Hello, everyone, and welcome. We are surrounded by pageantry and tradition, and it's clear to see that college football will be at its best today. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20.
First and 10.
Line gets set, first down. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out.
A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, dude.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Still running at the 40. Got a lot of running room. He's at the 10. Touchdown.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. You want to see quick strike ability? It was epitomized there. 2 plays, 80 yards, touchdown on the board. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. White wants to throw it. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick him up and put him down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping him.
Fast motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. The expressway is wide open. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
How many ways can I get it to my guys who can fly, who are playmakers, and let them make big plays? This is another one you've seen. Catch the football, flip it ahead really quickly, get it to a burner, going full speed across the formation. He gets the edge, makes the big play.
Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
Put the clamps on that ball and strolled into the end zone for a touchdown.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And he made the extra point without problem. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Offense set on first down. He's looking to throw it. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Well, the defender got his hand on that one, tipped it up in the air. Offense, man, they're lucky that one wasn't picked.
They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. The give out of the gun. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. They have relished this tight victory since the last time these two got together, Pollard.
It's just winning is beautiful. And when you beat your rival and you get those bragging rights, Palmer, it is a glorious thing for a whole year and sometimes longer.
That's the best thing about rivalry games like this. For the winning team, whoever pulls this one out here today, their fans are going to be bragging about this one for a long time.
Oh, what a grab by the defense. Taking it the other way. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Have you ever met a wide receiver that isn't always open? They always want the football. They got so much confidence. QB rolling outside the pocket, trying to make a play. Receivers had an opportunity maybe to make a play, but you know what? I'm open, throw me the...
And he barrels into the end zone for a touchdown. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. The home team has the lead right now, but this crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. The away team is hanging in there, but they're going to need something to break their way, and soon.
And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. They'll leave it with him. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Finds the tight end. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. He's going to pass. He lets one fly deep. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's looking to throw. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
It's really hard on a defense to drop back and know it's pass. And then a quarterback like that, he just has the ability to pull it down and just, bam, shoot through a hole, chew up yards so fast, outrun fast guys. It's just really hard to stop in today's football.
Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And it'll be a touchdown.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. White going to attack through the air. He's looking on the right side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. On first down, here comes this offense. Pulled and finds his man on the left.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes second down. He's looking to throw. Finds his tight end. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Now, don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and of being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back.
Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And that quarterback knew the counter run was going to work on that play because he counted the box defensively before the snap. He saw that he had an advantage in numbers and blockers getting a hat on a hat, so he knew that was a green light. As soon as he got the snap, off they go, and it's an explosive play.
He steps out of bounds, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal.
Quarterbacks have a hard job. They got to drop back and try to see the whole field and then see the rush coming to him, but you can tell he did a really good job scrambling outside the pocket, improvising, making a play with his feet.
And he's in for the touchdown. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the ground with the back. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
Now it's a first down from the 43-yard line. From the gun. Give on the inside. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Now that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Going to try to get it himself. Hey, get him on the ground. Didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. White wants to throw it. Extending the play. Hit as he throws. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Snags it over the middle. At midfield, he's got room. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. They'll throw it on 1st down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The defense coming up big there. And the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Here he goes breaking the pocket. He'll try to do it himself. His defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain.
Yeah, and the QB decided to take it himself. He got a little bit of pressure, you can see, and decided to take off, scramble, and couldn't get the first down. And now it's 4th down decision time. No matter where it is on the field or what the distance is, you know there's a chance. We still might go for it.
Got his man down the middle. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. You always hear run the route deep enough to get the first down, but if you don't, you better fight your way there, and he did.
Yeah, nice job. Hey, listen, catch the football, understand 4th and short, the situation, and then go get that first down. Don't dilly-dally. Don't try to make a home run play. Get past the sticks. Nice job of understanding that situation.
He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it from the red zone. Tight end finds a soft spot. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. Buying some time. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. This offense has been running wild in the first half, but wait, they want more before they go to the locker room. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. They took it 71 yards down the field and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. White going to attack through the air. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Had to throw it before he wanted. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
Really nice job by the defense. They know the quarterback was outside the pocket. They were still able to get a hat on him just as he was trying to make that throw and force the incompletion.
Little touch pass to the receiver. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. He wants to pass it on second down. He'll let one go down the right side. He can haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. All lined up and ready to go for a great second half ahead. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He'll start this drive firing. Had to get rid of it quickly. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
White wants to throw it. Moves around to clear up the vision. He fires it out to the right. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Things aren't going to get better for this offense, guys, until their quarterback becomes more accurate. Obviously, that was the problem the last game out. Completed less than 50% of his passes there. And he's doing it again here. You just can't score points if you're not completing throws.
Dances away to buy time. He'll take another shot here. Makes the grab, gets the foot down, just precision execution on that big play.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. try to get the edge with a quick touch pass.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
And great recognition by the corner. That touch pass, after he throws at the quarterback, it's a pass. He can't throw it forward again. Nice job understanding that, flying up, coming and making the big tackle in the open field.
On the move, he fires. Got his man. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
I really like this offense staying aggressive. They were in field goal range, but nice job on 3rd down. Forget that. Let's go get the 1st down. Let's throw the football. Nice read, nice catch. Now set up with a 1st and goal situation.
1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. They'll try to get it in with the run. Not much room. He gets 1 down to the 7.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming.
Red 70 black saw. Red 70 black.
White going to attack through the air. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Quarterback now has to make sure his guys are dialed in. You can't make any more mistakes. Giving up a negative play on 2nd down by the goal line, you've got to be really smart with this football.
Needs to get it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Keep it on the ground, and he's in for the touchdown. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ball game.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. The home team is just destroying the competition today, and at this rate, I'm not sure it won't get worse. The away team has done nothing to stop this offense. This is ugly today.
The offense set for a 1st down play. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and you don't see very many quarterback hits on screens. You know, the offense wants to bluff real quick and make it look like pass, and then the quarterback's supposed to pop up, look like pass, and quickly get rid of it. You could tell time.
Hit the afterburners, kid. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets them up, makes the big play out to the left.
From the shotgun, the inside give.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. Quarterback adapting. The freshman able to get home with the sack. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the 1st down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set, why aren't you getting past the 1st down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
Across the 25, he's got room. All the way in for the touchdown. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Let's see what he can do with the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the offense on first down. He wants to throw. They're bringing heat. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Well, that's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away. Know when the play is over.
Hoping to find one that works this time on second down from the 7. White wants to throw it. Firing deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
Well, the offense trying to be aggressive. They're throwing the go ball down the sideline. Just a better job in coverage defensively forces the incomplete.
Getting some heat. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
They bring the punter onto the field now. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Makes the catch at the 45. They make the stop, but there is a penalty marker down. Let's see what the call.
It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
And here comes the punt team. And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout.
Timeout called by the defense.
The punt team makes its way onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Motion from the offense. Comes out throwing on first down. Got his man quickly. They get him down after he makes the catch.
And those slot receivers nowadays, they're little water bugs, man. You can play touch football in an elevator to lose to these guys because they're so quick and so dynamic. Get open and catch the football.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Now rolling to the left. On the move at the 30. And the strategy of just letting the quarterback run until he gets tired is not a winning one. Another explosive play and another first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Bounces into the end zone for a touchdown. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their fourth straight win. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
So, guys, we'll see this offense again. White going to attack through the air. He'll fire to his right. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, fourth quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
Quarterback floating away from pressure. Just way off target and missed it.
Well, trailing this much in the fourth quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. They'll go to the air. Looking to scramble. He'll turn it loose out to the right. And he's got it inside the 35. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took it to the house, but they got him at the 24.
And what a huge play for the offense. Hitting that throw not only is big for their confidence, but it also flips the field.
They're going to run it. Using the spin move. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. The defense is backed up as the offense is in the red zone. Might as well give it to him again. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Looking for a productive play on first down.
Check. White 94, Snyder choice. White 94, Husky.
Takes a snap, wants to throw. Using his legs to buy some time. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. White wants to throw it. Gets rid of it. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's in a world of trouble, and down he goes. A catastrophic loss on that play.
This defense a lot of credit. They were very confident coming into this one, even though they were going up against one of the best quarterbacks in the entire country. They're confident because they believe in their ability to get to him, and they've been able to do that in this game. There's another sack here late.
Pressure coming. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
That's just a play the quarterback can't make. Fourth down, down by the goal line. That ball's got to find its way in the end zone somehow, some way. You simply cannot take a sack. I know it's difficult. The defense is bearing down on you, but you've got to be able to negotiate that throw and at least give somebody a chance in the end zone.
And the offense takes the field ready to go back to work. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side.
Well, we saw the coaching staff on the sideline challenging this offensive line to end this game. They've got the lead late now, and they know they're going to continue trying to run the ball to ice it.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback on the keeper. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to run it. At the 45, on his way. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. 2nd down coming up. From the gun, running back on the move. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Lining up to convert 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes his connection. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. On a critical 3rd down here in the 4th quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
Man, this is a punch to the gut. When you know you're losing, and you know you got to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the football, and they still run the football down your throat. It's been that kind of day for this defense.
With the run on 1st and goal. And they're able to make the tackle.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Timeout called by the defense and 15 seconds to go in this one. They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. And they're just about out of chances. The defense can stop it one more time as the quarterback takes a knee.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
The pressure ramps up on 3rd and goal. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. After this, it'll be a wrap. Quarterback's just going to take a knee. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go on to the NFL. They'll be in locker rooms next year. They'll be talking about this for a long time.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.